I want to talk today about forgiveness, especially forgiving a relative, someone in close relationship who has wounded you. It could be your husband, it could be your father, it could be your mother, your grandpa, your sister, your brother, whoever it is. Someone that was supposed to love you well, that you were supposed to be able to trust. And that's why it's especially difficult and especially cutting to your heart, because you were supposed to be able to trust this person, but they wounded you. What are you supposed to do? Well, I want to look at 4 Bible insights that can help you walk through what God commands us to do to forgive others. The first insight is this: it's essential that you remind yourself that both you and this other person are sinners. Not just that other person, that you're both sinners in need of grace. Both of you need grace. It's convenient that we sometimes just sort of forget our own sinful past, the way that we've hurt other people, the way that we've sinned against other people. But unfortunately, that is just a lie that we delude ourselves with, that, well, we're not that bad. No, we're all sinners in need of grace. And when you remind yourself that you're a sinner just like that other person, it's much easier to forgive them. Colossians 3:13 says it this way: bear with each other and forgive one another. If any of you has a grievance against someone, forgive as the Lord forgave you. Secondly, pray for God to give you a compassionate heart toward this other person, this relative, to give you a loving heart toward this other person, because that's how God treats us. As we are sinners, He still loves us. He is still gracious toward us. He's still compassionate and merciful toward us. So pray that God would give you the same kind of heart. This reminds me of Psalm 103, verse 8. The Lord is compassionate and gracious, slow to anger, and abounding in love. Third, make the decision, and this is a decision, to release your relative from that desire to punish them or to seek revenge. This is a very specific instruction God gives us. He says this in Romans 12:19, do not take revenge, my dear friends, but leave room for God's wrath. For it is written, it is mine to avenge, I will repay, says the Lord. And this is a huge, essential element of forgiveness. Choosing, it's a decision that I will not try to punish this person and make them suffer for what they've done. I give up that right to punish them. And then fourth, and this is the huge part of when a relative close to you has wounded you, because that trust has been broken in a very close relationship, this is where you need to ask God, and maybe some godly mentors, whether you should have boundaries with this close relative to protect yourself. Emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, perhaps you need to have a boundary to protect your heart, to protect your soul. This reminds me of Proverbs 4:23. Above all else, guard your heart, for it is the wellspring of life. 4 insights that will help you walk through forgiving a relative who has wounded you.